Hello my loves, and welcome back to my channel. I am so excited that you're here today as I share a few clips from our family vacation to South Haven, Michigan. Now this is hard to believe, but this is my first time going to Michigan, even though I grew up in central Illinois, and it's really not that far of a drive even from St. Louis. It's about 6 hours. I just had never made the trip up there for whatever reason, and I'm so looking forward to going back. I know there's so much to see in the state of Michigan. You guys know one of my favorite alignment activities is going to a new place, so come along with us as I share our trip up there. We do make one stop at a national park and then stay in South Haven, Michigan for 4th of July weekend.
There's a bunch of different stamps. Do you want to do this
Indiana Dunes.
Let's do this one. You want to do that one? All right, put it right there. Nice. Oh.
There we go. Oh,
There we
good
go.
job.
Good job.
So as you can see, we ended up stopping at Indiana Dunes National Park on the way up. Steven and I really fell in love with national parks when we lived in the Southwest for 6 years. And this was a unique park that we didn't know if we would be in this area anytime soon. And it was right on the way, literally just right off the highway on our way to South Haven. So we took an extra night to stop here. Here you can see we're checking out the visitor center, which had a ton to do for kids. It felt like a little classroom in here, and the teacher and me loved that. And obviously Arlo was really enjoying it. You can see he got his passport stamped, which he got for his birthday a few years ago. And then we always like to stop and talk to the rangers if we can and get their recommendations on hikes. We have found some of the best hikes in national parks by asking the rangers which ones to do. I do have to say, this is one of the more unique parks that we've been to. It just has so many different things going on, from the sand dunes to the swamps. And then you're walking through a forest, and then you end up on Lake Michigan. And it's actually right in between two pretty major industrial parts of the state. So if you look either way on the beach, you can see like these big factories. So there's just a lot going on. But I'm so glad we stopped. And of course, we're trying to check off all the national parks. So if you're ever in this area, I do recommend this hike. It wasn't too long. And I think you can just go straight to the beach actually, but we took the hike around. So we went up the steps, through the forest, and then back down to the dunes. And even for a 7.5-month pregnant lady, I was a little bit slower, but this was a good workout for me. It was pretty hot, but we just took our time. It was really beautiful seeing the dunes from this vantage point, and Arlo loved it.
Arlo.
Day 2, we checked out another visitor center just to see what they had to offer. Again, so many educational things for Arlo and for kids, which is great. And then we went on this very short trail to like a farm, or I think it was supposed to be a farm, but it was closed when we went. It was still a super cute trail, nice and shaded, flat, and I think it was mulched the whole time, so it's not treacherous by any means. And it was really cute to just see this little farm, and it was a beautiful day, and they had some chickens, and it was just very quaint, cute, and picturesque. Those are words I'm going to use a lot on this trip. Another super unique feature of this national park are the 1933 World's Fair Century of Progress homes. So these homes were actually built during that time period with the idea of what they thought they would look like in the future. So just thinking about that makes it very interesting that that's what they thought futuristic homes would look like. I think you can actually go inside and get tours. We did not. We just walked up and down the street, and it was a beautiful setting. 4 different homes. After that, we drove to the tallest dune, Mount Baldy, which is actually moving at like a super slow pace each year. You can see it's starting to take over the parking lot, and you can see these trees within the dune. So we couldn't actually hike it, but it was kind of cool to see from this angle, and it was a nice pit stop as we made our way up the Michigan coast. We stopped in St. Joseph for a quick lunch. I would love to spend more time in these cute coastal towns. I think there are so many as you go up the coast along Michigan, but we were able to get lunch, walk around outside, walk up and down their main street, and see a bunch of cute shops, and it was a great way to stretch our legs and get excited for going to South Haven. Day 3, we were able to have a slow start as our first morning in our Airbnb. This Airbnb is in a cute community where they have pools and access to the canals that actually feed into Lake Michigan. We spent the morning at one of the pools, which was really fun for the kids, even though they didn't have a designated kiddie area, but that's okay. We made the best of it. I was able to have some quiet time while Arlo napped. And then that night we went into the town of South Haven and just spent some time walking around, looking at the cute houses along the way. Of course, you guys know I love to do that. And we got some yummy ice cream and really just took in the vibes and ambience of South Haven. It is so cute and quaint and really one of the perfect locations, I think, to spend 4th of July week. It's got a real Americana vibe. I kept saying that I felt like I was on the East Coast, like the northern part of the East Coast, even though I've never been to that area. It was just giving me those vibes. Day 4, we checked out South Beach and South Haven, and here's one of the reasons that I think Michigan is such a great place to go and visit, especially if you're a water and ocean lover. Obviously, I know this isn't the ocean, but at points you could have fooled me. It looks like the ocean. It's got waves. You can't really see the other side, and the water is really blue in some areas. Of course, it depends on what beach you're at. I ended up liking North Beach the best, which we go to on a different day, but I just feel like this is such a great alternative if you're wanting to go to the beach, but you don't want the salt water or the sharks. Maybe there's other things we need to worry about in this lake that I didn't know about, but I just thought this was such a great alternative for the beach setting. That night we ate at the Lodge, which I think is one of the most highly rated restaurants in the area, and it was so good. 10 out of 10 food. They even had live music outside that Arlo was obviously enjoying. And then afterwards we went home and made a patriotic fruit pizza. I have been looking forward to this fruit pizza for months. This has been one of my top cravings in pregnancy, and it did not disappoint. It's so good. The kids had so much fun making it, and it was delicious. That night they had the local fireworks show in South Haven, so we walked to the beach that was pretty close to our place that we stayed at. Actually, the boys dropped us off and then they walked because I was super pregnant and didn't want to walk anymore. But guys, I could not stop taking videos of the sunset. It was gorgeous. Since it is west facing, the sun sets right over the lake and it just feels like you're on the west coast. So beautiful. These houses have such a beautiful view every single night of the sunset, which I'm so jealous of, but I just could not get enough of this magical sunset. Day 5 was actually the 4th of July, so we went into town for the parade. It did rain off and on, but luckily that did not interrupt the parade at all. We stopped in this cute coffee shop. I will put the name of it up on the screen, but it had a UFO theme, which you guys know I am here for. I love anything spiritual, woo-woo, UFO, a little bit out there. I'm here for it, and it was just such a cute vibe, and I was able to enjoy my delicious decaf rose latte. After an amazing nap that I took while Arlo napped, Steven and I went for a short walk to the marina in the community that we are staying at. I will leave a link to the Airbnb if you're interested. It was a great place to stay, just with all the amenities, and it's still pretty close to everything. Steven was able to ride his bike to most locations, so it's a very bikeable city as well, which is really nice. We went to the pool one more time as a family, and then we ended up making dinner at home and then had some s'mores over the stove because it was way too hot to make them outside, and enjoyed them on the driveway. On the last day, Steven, Arlo, and I ended up kayaking from the marina in the community we were staying at through the canals to the beach where our family was going to for the day. And it worked out perfectly because it just shoots you out right where that beach was and right where they were set up. Even though it was a little treacherous at parts because it got a little wavy with the boats and we had never kayaked through waves, I'm still really glad we did it. I don't know if I would do it again. Arlo was pretty unsure at first, but I think ended up having a good time. But you know, we're here for the adventure, and it was also really cool seeing the city from a different vantage point. So I'm glad we did it, even though it was a little nerve-wracking at points. We love using our kayak anytime we get the chance to use it, especially in a new area that we're exploring. We spent our last night in South Haven getting ice cream again because of course why not? It was delicious. I got a really unique flavor that was cookie dough, Oreo, and salted caramel, I believe. It was called Sea Monster, such a cute name. Then we stopped at a place called the Kids Corner, which is just a really fun playground for the kids. Thank you so much for coming along with me as we explored South Haven. I am looking forward to continuing to explore Michigan because I know it has so much to offer, and I just love traveling and visiting new places. Sending you all so much love, all the highest vibes, and of course I will see you in the next video.